The war on free speech continues non-stop, with European satellite giant Eutelsat and its Israeli CEO stepping up their campaign against PressTV and other Iranian channels. The campaign against Iranian media comes despite Western claims of respecting free speech. Take a look at this.
It's been reported that Eutelsat's Israeli-French president, Michel de Rosen, is appealing to major satellite providers in Europe and Asia to take PressTV off the air. De Rosen has referred to EU sanctions on the president of the Islamic Republic of Iran Broadcasting as an excuse for banning Iranian channels. But the EU's foreign policy chief spokesperson Michael Mann has confirmed to PressTV in an email that EU sanctions have got nothing to do with the ban on Iranian media outlets. Earlier, one of the main pro-Israeli lobby groups in the US, the American Jewish Committee, praised Eutelsat's sister company Hispasat for taking Iran's English-language news channel PressTV and Spanish-language Hispan TV off the air. The Iranian channels have already been targeted by other European satellite providers, Eutelsat and Hotbird. Hispasat is partly owned by Eutelsat, whose CEO is blamed for the recent wave of attacks on Iranian media in Europe.
Of world media. Thankfully, PressTV gives voice to the voiceless like myself, and they don't like it. I mean, PressTV puts out some extremely controversial pieces that expose the underbelly of Western censorship. The censorship is actually happening in my society. Most people watch TV in the United States and they know nothing about world affairs. Thankfully, stations like PressTV are giving the chance for people to talk about things in the open.
Iranian international broadcasters have tried to offer a balanced view on developments around the world. PressTV, for its part, has given full coverage of the popular uprisings in the Middle East and North Africa, including in Bahrain, where a popular revolution has been harshly repressed by a Western-backed regime. PressTV has fully covered anti-austerity protests in Europe, particularly in Britain, along with news analysis programs that have taken an in-depth look at the root causes of the widespread anger at the economic situation in European countries. The English-speaking channel's coverage of the British protests, as well as the costly royal ceremonies in the country, has reportedly angered some decision-makers in London. Britain's media regulator Ofcom was the first authority to ban PressTV, followed by Germany. It's the information age, and the Western crackdown on Iranian media will fail to stop their regular programming. However, the European satellite company's subservience to Israeli policies sounds the alarm bell that an era much publicised by Europeans as one of free speech has come to an early and embarrassing end.
PressTV's Ramin Mazari joins us now on the line from Paris. Ramin, more evident measures targeting Iranian media. Could this be seen as a personal vendetta by the CEO of Eutelsat himself?
Well, let me just say two things. First of all, I think that last report covered pretty much all the angles very well. And second of all, I want to just repeat, it's so important that people understand that this campaign of censorship is not at all the result of EU sanctions. This is a private campaign. This is not a EU government campaign. Is this a private vendetta? Well, in my opinion, I think that's taking it a bit far, because Michel de Rosen, he is not working totally alone. I have asked to speak with Mr. de Rosen more than a dozen times, and just to hear his point of view, give him a chance to speak. He has refused every time. And the one time I was able to confront Mr. de Rosen was I tried to do a on-the-spot interview when he was meeting with the French foreign minister. And Mr. de Rosen was very happy to talk to the media until he found out I was with PressTV. But his meeting with the French foreign minister shows that, you know, he is in direct contact with the highest levels of government. So this is not just, I don't believe, just one person waging a personal vendetta. This is a widespread global campaign. We have Eutelsat, we have Hispasat, we have AsiaSat taking the PressTV off of East Asia. We have Eutelsat trying to push Nilesat to take PressTV off of North African TVs. So, and you know, we have so-called press media watchdogs like Reporters Without Borders, which is based in Paris. I've talked to them at length. So why haven't you condemned Eutelsat? Well, they don't want to. They want to support this campaign of censorship because they want to influence the government and society of Iran. So it's really not just one person. Making it just one vendetta. I would believe just as much that DeRozan is listening to the president of France, the foreign minister of France, and other higher-ups. I mean, this is clearly a global campaign, but as the report clearly said, it's hypocritical. It just can't be stopped. That's really the main thing in this information age. PressTV cannot be stopped, although this is what the West wants. They want us to stop covering the constant strikes in Greece. It's almost as if the Western media has totally forgotten that there is, almost daily protests, daily strikes in Greece, in Spain, but people like PressTV cover it. That's what the West doesn't like, and it's not just Michelle DeRozan. That's what leaders all over the West, in Canada, in the U.S., don't
Ramin,
like.
very briefly, if you may, just one last question. How is this blatant and flagrant violation of freedom of speech and expression being justified then?
Well, it's not being justified. It is being covered up. It is. There is no discussion of it in the French media, in the English language media. This is something, that people just don't talk about. For example, when I talk with so many press groups who I expected to, give me interviews, they just say, we have no position on this. We are not going to discuss it.
All right. Thank you very much, Ramin. We're going to have to leave it there. Ramin Mazari, Press TV's correspondent from